day, Ma'am Bakod. So we are Group 6 and we will be discussing the Republic Act 9993 or the Philippine Coast Guard. Proceed with the first slide. So this is the title, the Philippine Coast Guard Act of 2009 or the Republic Act 9993. It states that this law establishes the Philippine Coast Guard as an official armed and ununiformed service under the Department of Transportation and Communication. Effectively replaces the older Act or the Republic Act 5173, which previously governed the Philippine Coast Guard. Proceed with the Section 1. So this is the official name of the law as stated in Section 1. So this is the formal title that used within the Philippine legal system. So the Philippine Coast Guard Act of 2009 was approved by our former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo on July 15, 2009. The Section 2. So the Philippine Coast Guard is more focused on maritime law enforcement, search and rescue, and the safety of individual. However, in times of war na declared siya by the Congress, so the Philippine Coast Guard was transferred to the Department of National Defense to focus on national defense operations, but these two organizational structures, peacetime and wartime rules and maintaining clear chain of command.
Good morning, ma'am. So today I'm gonna report Section 3 of Power and Function. The Philippine Coast Guard. The Philippine Coast Guard is responsible for ensuring safety and security within the country's maritime jurisdiction. It enforces international and national maritime laws to protect life and property at sea and inspect merchant vessels to ensure they comply with safety regulation. The PCG is the authority to stop the ships that violate the rules and to evaluate their emergency readiness. With the approval of Secretary of Transportation, the PCG also creates and implements maritime safety policies. It manages for navigation, communication, and search and rescue, and remove hazard at sea such as sinking, vessel, or illegal fishing gear. The PCG supervises salvage operation and to respond to maritime accident by providing aid and investigating causes. It supports the enforcement of laws against illegal activities like human trafficking, smuggling, and drug trafficking. Additionally, it protects the maritime environment from pollution, develops all spill response system, and may collaborate with other agencies when needed. The PCG also train and utilize the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary, or PCGA, to assist it in duties and may take in other functions necessary to fulfill in missions.
Good morning, ma'am. Today, I will discuss the Section 4 Gender Sensitivity Program. Gender concerns should be in all planning, activities, setting of properties, allocating of resources, and identifying action and activities of the PCG. It means creating that a fair and inclusive environment in all areas, from hiring and promotion to training and compensation, will ensure that everyone has equal opportunities and feels supported. This is especially important in our training programs, particularly for those in critical roles like maritime search and rescue. That's all.
Good day, ma'am. I'm going to report the issue of RA 993, the Philippines Coast Guard. First issue is the maritime security threat. Maritime security threat is a general term for the protection of the vessel both internal and external. Maritime security is critical in preventing illegal activities such as piracy, smuggling, terrorism, illegal fishing, mm, and transnational crime. Number 2. Disaster response and maritime safety. The PCG needs to strengthen its capacity for disaster response. Maritime security is integral to safeguarding against risk and threat, including search and rescue operation, maritime evacuation, and providing humanitarian assistance. Number 3. Limited resources for training and development. PCG needs to enhance their skills to provide opportunities for learning and growth. Organizations empower their workforce with fresh skills and knowledge, paving the way for career